federal government removes VAT on diesel, CNG, electric vehicles, orders to crash prices. World Bank to partner Nigeria on marine blue economic development. OPEC dismisses reports of crude oil price dropping to $50 per barrel, just as oil rises as Middle East conflict deepens, gains capped by global supply outlook. Plus, Hong Kong stocks fall as stimulus rally fizzles. Japan's Nikkei leads gains in Asia. The program is Business Express, reaching you from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. I am Neka Oko, your guide. Let's start by telling you that President Bola Tinubu has granted an express approval to the Northeast Development Commission for the deployment of electric vehicles in its catchment states. The NEDC, along with its Chinese partners, presented the samples of the electric vehicles for exhibition at the State House. President Tinubu, alongside Vice President Kashim Shettima, inspected the vehicles, including a 40-passenger capacity bus, saloon cars, and 80-passenger capacity tricycles. The president expressed satisfaction, following which he approved that the commission should go ahead and deploy the e-mobility in the northeast region of the country. The chief executive officer of the commission, Mohammed Alkali, who briefed State House correspondents on this development, explained that the commission would, in the next 2 years, produce over 10,000 e-vehicles under this initiative. He said the commission has also obtained presidential approval to build 5 and 10 kVA modular solar power units in each of the 6 states within its jurisdiction as alternative sources of recharging the vehicles.
We don't have gas in the nose for now. But e-vehicle, what you need is the power to power all e-facilities. As part of the arrangement is for us to establish a very comprehensive composite charging facilities for all our e-facilities, e-vehicles or e-tricycle. This is already a part of the work plan which we are trying to do.
State House correspondent Mosbal Dan Wahab reports that the chief executive officer added that state governors within the sub-region have equally agreed to provide suitable locations for the construction of the modular solar units. The federal government has announced value-added tax VAT exemptions for various energy products, including diesel, liquefied natural gas, compressed natural gas, and electric vehicles, among others, in order to reduce prices. This is contained in a statement by the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, on Wednesday. According to Edun, these measures aim to reduce the cost of living, enhance energy security, and speed up Nigeria's shift to cleaner energy sources. Moving on, achieving economic transformation in poverty reduction and self-sufficiency in food production require acquisition of skills in advanced agricultural practices. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali reports that this prompted the Senate to pass at second reading a bill seeking the establishment of Federal University of Agriculture and Tropical Studies, Iragbiji, Osun State, sponsored by the Senate leader Opeyemi Bamidele.
Its allied sectors is unquestionably the largest livelihood provider, more also in the rural areas, and can contribute significantly to the GDP.
Diversify this economy. And the only way to go is agriculture, agriculture, agriculture.
We must produce manpower that will engage in modern agricultural production.
One of the agitation now is that people should go back to the land. I don't want to go back to the hoes and cutlass type of farming. We want to modernize.
Let's now take a trip to the commodities market. The African Development Bank, AFDB, has canvassed the adoption of technology supported by the right policy, environment and investment to transform agricultural productivity in a bid to ensure food security for Africans. This is as the Developmental Bank disclosed that demand for wheat in Africa has surged to over 75 million metric tons, highlighting a critical need for a strategic investment and innovation in the sector. This was a focal point of discussion at the ongoing West and Central Africa Wheat Summit 2024, which commenced on Wednesday, October 2nd, 2024 in Abuja. Now, the federal government is committing 122 billion naira to 6 qualified gas companies as promoters of government gas initiatives through the main midstream and downstream gas infrastructure fund. Lydia Sampson reports that Minister of State Petroleum Resources says the initiative is to fuel growth in gas processing, transportation, storage, and distribution infrastructure.
Intentional intention of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to make sure that Nigeria is being driven by gas. And of course, like one of you have said, it is a cleaner way. We need to serve our environment, and that is how and why we need to go this route.
So we want to urge you to be diligent, to be committed, to show diligence in the execution of these projects.
Mr. President has a vision, and those of us in the Senate are ready to give the government all the support under the leadership of the Senate President, and we've been doing our best.
We will not only deliver, we will deliver safely, we will deliver on time, and we will deliver to ensure that we continue to bring gas to the last mile.
The Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, has refuted a report suggesting that crude oil prices could drop to $50 per barrel, a claim allegedly linked to Saudi Arabia's oil minister. The report, published by the American news outlet The Wall Street Journal on Wednesday, alleged that Prince Abdulaziz bin Salman had warned that crude oil prices might plummet to $50 if OPEC members, including Nigeria, fail to adhere to the production cut agreement. Reacting to the claim, OPEC said on its X handle that the report is false and extreme and entirely unfounded. The organization, however, clarified that no such conference call took place last week. And still on energy matters, oil prices ticked higher in early trade on Thursday as investors weighed the escalating conflicts in the Middle East and the potential for disruption to crude flows against an amply supplied global market. Brent crude futures increased 64 cents to $74.54 a barrel, while U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude futures gained 72 cents to $70.82 a barrel. Dollar hit 1 month peak to yen as Federal Reserve is seen taking time with rate cuts. How much is the Naira exchanging for other currencies? Let's see. The Nigerian oil share index decreased by 0.33%, dropping 326.4 points to finish at 98,232.39 amidst a 27% decline in market value on Wednesday. A total of 425 million shares were exchanged, reflecting a significant drop from the 586 million traded the previous day across 11,954 transactions. Hong Kong stocks fall as stimulus rally fizzles Japan's Nikkei late gains in Asia. It's over to Bosede Abel Amosu for summary of global market.
Hello and welcome to the global market scene. Now, the ongoing conflict in the Middle East is setting the tone on the global stock performance this morning. We see European stocks opened lower Thursday as conflict in the Middle East weighed on regional investor sentiment. We see DAX and CAC 40 dipping 0.59% and 0.85%, while FTSE top 0.01%. Hong Kong stocks plunged on Thursday as the China stimulus rally appeared to ease. The Hang Seng Index fell 1.20% as of final hour of trade. The decline followed a strong session on Wednesday when the index closed over 6% higher after hitting a 22-month high, while the Nikkei topped 1.97% across 38,552.06, followed by the Shanghai Composite at 8.06% across 3,336.50. Stock futures in the U.S. edged lower on Wednesday night as investors look ahead to September's payrolls report due later this week. However, early hours of Thursday shows the Dow Jones Industrial Average marginally positive at 39 points, S&P 0.01%, and Nasdaq 0.08%. Now, for Africa, most stocks are yet to post new figures, while South Africa and Namibia's overall index resumed negative. That's the global market review for this morning. I am Bosede Abel Amosu. Back to you, Neka.
Many thanks, Bossade. Well, this is where we end this edition of Business Express. We value your feedback, so keep the comments, observations, and suggestions coming. Be informed that all previous episodes are available on YouTube on the NTA's channel. Business Express returns tomorrow at 3 p.m. I am Neka Oko. Have a blessed day.